Hi there, my name is Kyle Barker, and today I'm talking about how faith and statistics actually connect with each other. At first, that probably sounds like two completely different things, because one focuses on numbers, data, and logic, while the other focuses on belief and trust. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized both are really about finding truth and understanding in the world we live in. Statistics help us recognize patterns and consistency in creation, and faith helps us see a deeper meaning behind those patterns. When you put them together, they show that there's order, purpose, and beauty in the way everything fits together. As a Christian, I believe that God created everything with a clear purpose and structure. Nothing that exists is random or meaningless. When we study data, patterns, and probabilities, we're actually exploring how carefully the world was designed to function. For example, scientists have found that the odds of Earth being perfectly placed to support life are unbelievably small, something like 1 in a trillion. And yet, here we are. To me, that's not just random luck. It's a reflection of how detailed and intentional God's creation really is. Psalm 19:1 says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, the skies proclaim the work of his hands." When we study nature through statistics, we're not creating meaning, we're discovering what God already built into creation long before we started measuring it. The more data we gather, the more it shows just how balanced and precise the world truly is. Statistics can also show how living out faith affects people in their daily lives. For example, large surveys from groups like Pew Research have found that people who pray often, attend church regularly, or are active in a faith community report higher levels of happiness, stronger family relationships, and a great sense of hope during stressful or uncertain times. That doesn't mean faith is just a life hack or a self-improvement method, but it does show that living the way God designed us to live naturally brings peace and joy. Faith teaches things like forgiveness, gratitude, and community, and data often supports how these things lead to healthier lives. Even though faith can't be perfectly measured, sometimes statistics give us a small window into the real-world results of following God's design. It reminds us that faith shapes not just what we believe, but also how we live and interact with others. I think it's really interesting how statistics can describe so much about the world, but still not everything. Numbers can explain how fast the universe expands, how people behave in groups, or how many attend worship each week, but they cannot measure love, forgiveness, or grace. Those things are just as real, but they live outside what numbers can capture. That's where faith steps in. Faith helps us understand the purpose behind what the numbers describe. Using statistics can be a powerful way to serve others and care for the world God made. People use data to improve healthcare systems, make schools better, guide community programs, and even help charities reach more people. When we use statistics wisely and with humility, it becomes a way to explore and understand creation without trying to control it. It's a reminder that knowledge should lead to compassion and service, not pride. So in the end, faith and statistics both point towards truth, but they do it in different ways. Statistics explains how things work, and faith explains why those things matter. Romans 20 says, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his internal powers and divine nature have been clearly seen, been understood from what has been made." That means even through science, math, and data, we can see evidence of something greater, something that gives everything its meaning. The order we find in numbers reflects the order of a creator who values detail and design. This topic reminds me that faith and logic don't have to be opposite or enemies. They can actually work together to give us a fuller picture of truth. When we use both, we begin to see not just how the world functions, but why it was made the way it is. It shows that the beauty of creation is not just in what we can measure, but in the purpose that lies beneath it. Thank you, and here are all the sources as well.